another walk-off for you yesterday. That's 3. And then the combined shutout with Aikey. Just kind of to sum up your season performance, you've kind of had a breakout year. Definitely as a two-way player, you've been able to contribute not only in the batter's box, but also in the circle. So how would you kind of assess your regular season if you had to?
I would say I've definitely done well. I feel like ever after COVID, we all kind of knew what was at stake. I mean, kind of, you never know when it's going to be your last game. So we've all really, really worked hard this season, and I feel like you can definitely see that. Obviously, we've had our ups and our downs, but I feel like that after this series sweep, that we're going to go into the tournament strong, and hopefully we can take this momentum into next week.
So that's a lot of softball in 2 days. That's 28 innings in a 24-hour period. How are you feeling after all that? I know you were starting in all 4 games.
Definitely tired. My arm's a little tired, but it was good. I think that it's definitely going to prepare us. I mean, obviously we usually play 4 games throughout 3 days, but you never know what's going to happen in the tournament. So I think that this definitely prepared us for next week. So I think that, and hopefully we're playing a lot of softball next week. So hopefully we're ready for that.
And then in the tournament, you all have the advantage of playing in front of your home crowd. How big is that going to be for the team to be able to play in front of all their local fans and family?
I think it's huge. I think we play really well at home. It's just, the comfort of being here, the field, you have all your fans, everybody's there to watch. And the environment here is just so great whenever you have everyone yelling for you and cheering. And I definitely think it's going to be huge. And I love when we play at home. We play so well at home.
Well, congrats on the sweep. Obviously, 9 out of 10 to end the season. That's a huge exclamation point. And good luck next week.
Thank you.
Jared, do you have anything?
No, I'm okay. Thanks, Jess, though.
Thank you.
All right, give us 1 second. All right, we've got Katie Gardner here. Go ahead with questions for her when you're ready.
Hey, Katie. Jake Moore with the College Heights Herald. Another start and another stellar performance for you. Complete game, shutout. How would you assess your performance over the course of the entire season, over your first full year with the team?
Well, throughout the season, I've done a lot of sitting, warming up, never getting put in, but always being ready. So I think for today, I just took my opportunity of getting to play, and I performed.
So I know it was senior day and you all recognizing Paige and Aikey and Megan. How big of a help has Kelsey been to you throughout your time on the pitching staff here?
Well, me and Kelsey are pretty close. We've gotten to spend a lot of time together, and usually we're in the bullpen together, so I'll be asking her questions and she'll help me out when I need it.
So obviously this season had a lot of ups and downs between the COVID test and then winning against UK, kind of a slump in April, playing the Canadian Olympic team, and now ending the season winning 9 out of 10. Was there like a favorite moment for you throughout the season? Something you were always going to look back on fondly?
Probably playing Kentucky. I really enjoyed that. Everyone was for each other that game. We were all in. And another game would probably be our game of the game. I think that's really cool that we got to play a pro team.
So next week in the tournament, obviously you all will be at home. You have home field advantage throughout the tournament. How important is that going to be for you all mentally when you take the field on Wednesday or Thursday?
Getting to practice here every single day is probably a big advantage. And our fan base is pretty big. And then having everybody up in the parking structure and getting to look out there while I'm pitching is pretty cool.
All right. Well, congrats on the sweep and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Hey, Katie, I've got one. This is Jared McDonald from the Daily News. I know you kind of talked about getting up and being ready and staying ready, but the pitching staff as a whole this weekend, 3 shutouts, solid defensively. What was the biggest key specifically against this FAU team, this weekend?
We watched a little bit of film, so that helped. And then for me, I got to watch the 3 games before. So I got to feed off of Sully and Shelby and got to get their feedback.
Awesome. Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
All right, anything else for Katie? All right, you're all good. All right, we've got Coach Tudor here. Go ahead with questions when you're ready.
Hey, Coach, Jake Moore with the College Heights Herald. Obviously, a great way to end the season for you all, winning 9 out of 10, sweeping FAU, looking ahead to the tournament. What does your team have to do mentally and physically to prepare for the upcoming week?
Well, I think we take our momentum into the tournament. Obviously, we start over, but we have a lot of good things to take with us and to build upon. Get ready and back at things on Monday.
So it's great to see Aikey pitch that 1 inning on Friday night, get that strikeout. I know we haven't seen her since the Charlotte series. She's kind of been working with an injury. Can you kind of tell us more about that recovery process that she's been going through?
Yeah, we're trying to get her back in the swing of things. It's not a fun time to be injured as a senior, obviously, but she's been taking care of our trainers, our doctors, trying to figure out how to get her back in action, get her back in pitch readiness. Is key for us. And so thankfully we got to at least get her in the right field today so she could actually go into the game. But it's tough mentally and physically, I would say, on her right now.
So looking at the standings right now, Charlotte, Middle Tennessee, they're going to be locked in, potentially Marshall. And I know you all were 2-2 against Charlotte this year, 1-3 against Middle. How valuable is that game experience going to be this week when it comes to the bracket?
Yeah, I guess we don't know who we're getting yet. But the opponents we have played, at least we know who we're playing, who pitches, what top hitters we'll face. Everything's different at tournament time. You got to have a different mindset, a different approach to things. But for us, it's nice that we get to play at home.
And then 3 shutouts over the series. Oh, you can go ahead, Jared.
Sorry. I think he was going to ask the same thing. This is Jared with the Daily News. 3 shutouts in 4 games this series. I know you talked about Kelsey kind of getting back in the swing of things a little bit, but, the rest of the staff as a whole, really impressive this weekend. What was the biggest key in that success?
Yeah, I thought, our other 3 pitchers threw really, really well. Obviously, Sullivan dominated the circle. I think the opponent batting average was 119. Which is huge. The staff as a whole only gave up 1 earned run. I think we played great defense behind them, but I would say our circle was very strong and showed what they're capable of doing. And they're all a little different, and they all bring something different to the table. We have some with a lot of experience. Today, Katie threw really well, but she got her feet wet at FIU because that's where we were, and she got her shot and she took it. And she's just building on her successes. And Nunn also threw really well, and Aikey at least got to go in for an inning. So, I feel like our staff is strong.
And then the rest of the staff, I know you all were forced to play a pair of doubleheaders in 2 days because of inclement weather tomorrow. What did you think about your team's endurance and stamina? Because I know that's not easy to go out and play 28 straight innings of softball.
Yeah, no, it's go time though. I think all the athletes know, hey, it's now that we have to turn it into a different gear. But I would say we were well conditioned.
All right, that's all I have. Good luck next week, and hope you all have a great time at the tournament.
Thank you. Thanks for covering it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. We'll have our seniors as soon as they're done with photos and tarping the field. Hey guys, we've got Kelsey Aikey here. I think Paige is still down on the field, but we can knock Kelsey's interview out now if you want. If you're ready, go ahead with questions.
All right. Hey, Kelsey. Jake Moore with the College Heights Herald. Obviously, with senior day today, your team put out all the stops to celebrate you and Paige and Megan's contributions to this team. Kind of what does it feel like to have all those years of hard work recognized in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, it feels awesome. Western has definitely developed into my home. So, and the fans here and all the parents and everything. It's just wonderful to be here and hearing them love and support on you. It definitely feels good.
I know you made an appearance in that last inning, game 2 of Friday. It was great to see you back there on the circle. I know you hadn't made an appearance since the Charlotte series. How did it feel to finally get back out there and start throwing?
Oh, it felt good. I honestly couldn't even explain walking back onto the field. And then just like I said, having all the love and support from the fans and parents, it just felt awesome to get back on there and being able to throw.
So I know this season was kind of full of ups and downs. The win against Kentucky, followed by the canceled series with Marshall, and then being able to play the Canadian softball team, and now ending the season winning 9 out of 10 right before the tournament. How big is that momentum going to be for your team moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's great to get some confidence in before we go into conference, and being able to get the sweep on this last series, it feels really good, and hopefully puts confidence into everybody before we go into these games that actually like really matter.
Katie mentioned earlier how you all are very close and you've helped her develop as a pitcher. I know you're leaving behind a very strong staff of Nunn and Sullivan and Katie. How proud of you of your staff, knowing that once you're gone, they're going to still be able to pick up the slack?
I mean, I'm so proud. Us pitchers, we always communicate a ton, so we are super close, not only on and off the field. But I definitely say I have a really good relationship with all of them. So makes me sad having to leave, but I know that they're going to be able to keep kicking butt.
You have anything, Jared?
Yeah, kind of go off your last one. This is Jared with the Daily News. I know you talked about getting back out there and throwing a little bit, but, the staff as a whole, 3 shutouts in 4 games, what's it like, having all of that, I guess, all those weapons out there and being able to do that? And what was the biggest key, this weekend in order to do that against this FAU team specifically?
I mean, you honestly can't ask for them to do better than they are. So it definitely feels good when you're not at your best. But I mean, just like when you start and you're not doing good, you know that somebody's going to be able to come in and do it for you. So like I said, I definitely can't ask for them to do any more than they are doing. And at the end of the season, obviously you want to be peaking, and all of our pitchers are. So that definitely feels good.
So I know you're only 9 away from owning that strikeout record heading into this final week. Is that kind of hanging over your head, or is that one of those things where if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You've still made your impact.
I would like to say that. I mean, obviously, I know that it's like sitting there hanging above my head, but honestly, I'm just looking at going into conference and taking it pitch by pitch and game by game. Yes, I would love to get it, but if we do our best in conference, that's all I can ask for.
All right, it's great to see you pitching again, and hope your team has a great week in the tournament.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelsey.
All right, give us 1 more minute. All right, we've got Paige Carter here. Go ahead with questions when you're ready.
Hey, Paige, Jake Moore with the College Heights Herald. Today was senior day. Western recognized you along with Kelsey and Megan for your contributions to the team. How does that feel to have everything you've done over your career recognized in front of your home fans and your home crowd?
It was nice to be honored, just to listen to everything that I've accomplished over the last 5 years. I really actually didn't know like all the things that I've accomplished and everything, but just to be honored and be grateful for everything that I've done, it was nice.
And then I know you all were forced to play 2 doubleheaders today as opposed to 4 games in 3 days. So very small amount of time and a lot of softball. How are you all feeling after those 4 games in a row?
4 games in 2 days is tiring, but I was proud of how we kept the foot down and just really attacked at the plate all weekend long. And we've just constantly just been getting better and better as the season goes on. Even though we started conference a little rocky, we've straight uphilled from now. And it's good to go into conference tournament being everything clicking on all cylinders.
And then I know in the first game today, you and TJ had that double steal where you stole second and she was able to steal home. Can you kind of walk me through what was going on during that play, how that came about?
We like to call that the razzle dazzle. It's just something that like, it's the ability of having somebody fast on third, just trying to get in the pickle and just try to keep the defense on their toes and everything.
So not only were you lightning fast on the base pass, you also broke the single season record for doubles here at Western. Hit your 17th double today. What were you seeing at the plate throughout this series? I know this was a pretty good series for you as a hitter.
Yeah, I was just seeing the ball really well this weekend. So we were getting pitched a lot more outside than usual. So I was just trying to keep it simple and go to right field with it rather than trying to pull the ball like I normally do and hit steady to left field. So I was just trying to pick a place on the field and just go with it.
I know this season had quite a few ups and downs, like you mentioned. You all beat UK when they were ranked number 7th. You all got to play the Canadian softball team. Obviously, you had the Marshall series canceled because of that positive COVID test. So a lot of peaks and valleys there. Do you have a moment that kind of sticks out to you that was your favorite of the entire season?
I would say the UK game was my favorite game this season, just of how everybody was selfless in that game and all for one and one for all. And we really had each other's backs and really came in clutch situations and really were for everybody.
Do you have anything, Jared?
Yeah, hey Paige, this is Jared McDonald with the Daily News here in Bowling Green. You guys are going to be the first team, I believe, to make the tournament and host it since 2014. What kind of opportunity is this for you guys to play on your home field, and how exciting is that, getting this chance?
It's really exciting to finally break the curse of 6 years of being able to host and play in it. We have tried to control what we can control, putting ourselves in the best opportunity to play. And I love being able to play at home. Home games are always so great. Being able to have the structure and then the crowd at home is just a great atmosphere to play in. So I think it'll be a really good conference tournament.